Hi,
How are you?
Maggie. Welcome to the Bloom Room podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Ah,
having me. Can you hear me okay with my mic?
I can hear you really clear.
Perfectly. Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm so excited to have you here. When I come across your profile, I was really attracted by your energy and personally how you combine like your entrepreneurial skills with also the spiritual world.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
Yeah, so I'm really attracted by your energy and so happy to host you and this
Oh.
live together.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm excited to be here.
Nice. So yeah, let's dive directly into yourself. Please tell us something about yourself. Yeah, you sent me a presentation, and what I understood is that you came from like the corporate world, right? And now you are building your like digital career,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, please tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, of course. So, my name's Meg. My business is called Digital Rose. It's a bit confusing because people think my name's Rose, but it's my middle name. But no, my name's Megan, but everyone calls me Meg. So yeah, I started out online probably almost 5 years ago now. And to be honest, I didn't expect like it to be where I am today. It's been a crazy ride, but yeah, I've been in the corporate world for over 10 years now. I'm still in my job, just about. I'm almost ready to leave, but um, yeah, I mean, I was the typical corporate girly. I had a very traditional, what you call traditional upbringing here in the UK. So I'm from the UK as well. So I'm from England. So I went to school, did college, went to university, did everything that society kind of tells you to do, and you just follow what everyone else does, isn't it? And then I went straight into work, and I'm a very ambitious person, and yeah, I climbed the ladder, and it was just like promotion after promotion. I've worked in marketing most of my career, and it got to a point in my late 20s where I was like, is this it? Like, what is this? I don't know what it was in me. I don't know if you're familiar with astrology, but I hit my Saturn return. It's late 20s, around 28 mine was. And yeah, my whole life was just like, I questioned everything. I was like, what am I doing? I don't want to be living this life until I'm 70, to be honest. I think it's so common, especially for women, to go through that. And so I knew I always wanted a business one day. I didn't have a clue what it looked like. My mum's been a business owner all my life. But I knew I wanted to do it differently to her, because a traditional business like bricks and mortar comes with a lot of stresses, having staff and all of that, rubbish. It puts a lot of strain on people. And so obviously the world's changing. We're in a digital age now, and we got to keep up. So yeah, I knew I wanted to start a business, but I just had no idea. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the knowledge. And yeah, lo and behold, it was just after COVID, and I was feeling this way and just really stuck. And I was like, how am I going to get out of this rut? It's kind of like, I just felt really stuck with the good paycheck, but I just was not happy or fulfilled whatsoever. And I came across an opportunity online, and I completely ran with it, and it's literally changed my life. So yeah. So I came across it on social media, and I just went for it, and yeah, I'm here today. So helping other women do the same.
Wow, that's nice. What were the first steps you took in order to like balance your corporate job and your new job, like the career you will build it?
Yeah. So in my business, I have many like streams now, but the backbone of my business is in high ticket sales. And so I work with high ticket products and I sell them. I'm affiliated with a really wonderful company in health tech. It's a Japanese company. And so the way that it works is I came across a training. So basically I have a training platform that I offer people, and it basically tells you how to run a business online through what is called automation. So there's a lot of like resources and trainings on how to run a social media business and online through, like, it literally takes like half an hour a day. That's all it really takes. And like, so it's built and it's designed for people to do it alongside their very busy lives. So for me, I've obviously worked full time, but I've been able to do it, you know, in my spare time. It takes a lot of habit building and a lot of, you know, changes in your lifestyle, of course. Like, good things don't come easy. It's not an overnight thing. I don't think anything really is, but yeah, so the training that I have available to help people with, it's literally step by step, and it will help you build something. I think a lot of people want to do something online, but they don't have the product, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the mentorship to do that, which is something that I offer and help women with. So yeah,
that's great. Also because it's very aligned with what really people want right now. I think it's to spend more time with their loved ones,
yeah,
also with their self, with their passion. And that seems to be something that doesn't take 8-10 hours a day, right? That's,
yeah.
I think, the main goal of most of the people. So can you be a little bit more specific when you talk about high sale, high
ticket sales, yeah.
Yeah, ticket sales, and which kind of clients do you have, and what do you teach them?
Yeah, so the high ticket side of it is, so basically you have high ticket sales and then you might have low ticket sales. So in high ticket sales, the products that I work with are generally over £1,000, and I can earn up to a substantial amount of commission in return, because the tickets are worth a lot of money. The products, sorry, are worth a lot of money. So I can give the knowledge of the company that I work with in my training platform. That's also available in there. But the training platform that I have specifically is for high ticket sales. If someone has a product they already want to work with, they can use my training in tandem with that. But I also introduce the company that I work with. And if those people are interested in learning more and align with that product, then that's a separate conversation, and then we have a separate conversation to the training. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I run ads on social media, so through Meta. So we create ads, and then it's all happening in the background, essentially. And I teach people how to do that. I teach people how to create an ad, how to target the right niche, how to, test, how to do all of that. And so that's the automation part. It's running in the background. And it's actually really simple. And our training is so like, it's for literally like complete beginners. And so that's how we market the business, essentially. And however, if you want to use the training for your own business, then you can do that as well. So it's kind of a very flexible training platform we have, and it's very, very in depth.
Yeah, that's great. That sounds really practical. Like,
yeah,
do you think that everyone can approach this kind of business?
100%. It's built for anyone and everyone. Yeah, that's this style of running a business anyone can do. You know, I work with so many people from all walks of life. I've got mums, I've got, corporate girls, I've got single parents, I've got nurses, teachers, whoever. It's built for everyone and anyone. And that's something I really kind of am proud of in my mentorship, is the fact that I've been in this now 5 years, and I've been through it thick and thin, and I've learned so much, and I want to give back to those women. I work specifically with women. That's who I just choose to work with. Obviously men can do this business, there's loads of men out there doing it, but yeah, my niche really is women. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So actually in your profile you share also a lot of content about like your vision about this kind of work and the values that are behind them. Yes. So what about one of the topics that you cover is about success, and because you wrote this sentence that is this all there is, right? Also your presentation, and I think it's a sentence that a lot of people just question themselves like every day.
Yeah.
Every day, if they are facing a work that they don't like, but maybe they are pursuing this work because they want success. So, how does success looks like to you right now, and how this vision of a success changed from when you were in a corporate job?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good question, because I think society has a lot to answer for with that, and I think we go through a lot of conditioning growing up, which, you know, going from the mindset from employee to entrepreneur, it's simple, but it's hard because we get in our own way. That's why it's hard. It's simple when you really kind of think about it. But to me, when I was in, full on hustle in my corporate job, like success, like from the outside looking in, I looked like I had it all together. Like literally, I had all the tick boxes ticked. Everyone would tell me how amazing I'm doing, how great my job looked. I was traveling the world. I was doing really high profile stuff. And that to me was what like success looked like for me back then. But then it got to that point and I was like, and I actually remember that time thinking, I'm not actually happy right now. Like this isn't making me happy. And it really makes you think. And there was a time in my career that I talk about, you know, I had an amazing opportunity in America, and I remember being out there in New York, being surrounded by all of these high profile women specifically. And I remember just sitting there thinking, I don't want this for the rest of my life. Like they were all burnt out, completely, you know, just so tunnel vision. And don't get me wrong, and I really want to emphasize it, there's a lot of women out there who thrive in that environment and want to be there, and that's this is just my experience and based on my own like kind of, you know, where I want to be, and I know a lot of women feel the same. And I think you start to question your values, and you start to question, like, am I actually being appreciated where I am? Because 9 times out of 10 you're not. And yeah, so for me, success now, I mean, going on this journey that I've been on, you know, there's the high ticket sales of my business, but I've been also being able to blend it with my own personal development, my spiritual growth and everything like that, because that is a whole, you know, I am my brand. If I don't evolve, my business won't. Like that's my whole mindset with it. So to me, success now looks like putting myself first, like honoring my own self-love, my own self-acceptance. My self-love and the acceptance I had for myself when I started out was absolutely rock bottom. I didn't see my worth whatsoever, and it's been a really, really raw journey for me. But if I haven't been able to work on that, then my business isn't going to grow. But through that journey, through me going through that process, I've been able to blend it with my business, and that's where my passion is. That's where my success is. I'm being able to give back to women who are in that position, who, you know, thought that they were successful because that's what society kind of deems them to be. But it comes down to your own values and what you value as a person, which probably comes with maturity. But I think a lot of it is conditioning from society and, you know, what everyone thinks is successful on paper. So yeah, I like to make people think differently about it, because I think it's really important.
Yeah, that's really important, because so often we are in a society that tell us to push all the time, like to work so hard and to work so hard to achieve your dreams. That partially is true, like you don't have to couch on the sofa and hope the universe moves for you, but at the same time also an interesting topic that you cover is like when you dive into your feminine energy and in a feminine way to do business versus a masculine way that tells you to push, to go, to fight, right? So can you dive a little bit into this topic, like how you approach your feminine energy in your business and what you take from the masculine way too?
This is a really good topic because it's something that I've massively learned so much in, and I still don't get it right. I'm not perfect at it at all, but it's something that I really, really value, and having that balance, because when I was, you know, hustling in my corporate job, I was so in my masculine, you know, trying to just keep up and just being in that mode. Like taking a break and taking time out for myself and putting myself first was just non-existent. Like that never happened. And so the first real part of my journey, really, like the first year of my business wasn't successful because I had a lot to learn. And I didn't show up as a business owner. I thought it would just come to me because I'd been successful in my career, and I thought, oh, this will just come, you know, whatever. That doesn't happen. So it was a big wake-up call for me. In my second year of business, I took a bit of a step back and I said, I really need to work on myself right now. And at that point, it was around my self-love and acceptance. And I think that is when I really leaned into my feminine side. And there was a lot of wounding there. There was a lot of things that I had to face, which was hard but beautiful at the same time. And it's something that I've really like enjoyed, getting to know that side of me. And so now balancing that, the way I see it in my business is like I've got the structure and the resources and the tools and, you know, everything in place, like from a technical side. And I really see that as my masculine kind of backbone to my business. But the kind of forefront and the way I present, like, you know, present myself and the way I attract people in is from my feminine, because that's everything that I've shrouded for, like, hid for so long. And it was always there, but I've just kind of learned, it's just getting to know yourself and knowing like who's there, and, you know, and I really love helping women tap into that side of them, because I think a lot of women in the corporate world are so heavily in their masculine, you know, they don't allow themselves to feel, and that's just, you know, a society that we've also grown up in. It's just the environment that you're in doesn't allow space for that. It doesn't allow space for your creativity and your flow and just honoring that, because ultimately that's our superpower as women. And even this year now, I'm going on another, like my journey's deepening, and I'm really learning about womb healing and the womb space of a woman. Like our womb space as a woman is so powerful. It's our second brain. It's amazing, and I'm learning all about that now, and it's so fascinating. And you know, it's just, taking me on a journey I didn't think I'd be on, but here we are.
That's great. That's great. And it's also like a new field, I think. I personally am an orchestra conductor. And orchestra conductors are always men. Like I'm a dancer, choreographer, and now I'm in orchestra conducting field. And so that means that always men cover this kind of position, and also the way that you have to conduct other people was always covered by men. So what does it mean to step into a feminine position while doing a job that is like you have to conduct someone, right? You have 40 people in front of you. What does it mean to just allow to stay, to breathe differently than just doing, just showing up, just acting? Right? Yeah. And I like, what do you think that's the real power of women? What women are different than men in this field?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like for us females, it's a really good question. I think for a woman to be able to see and to be able to hold space for that container for a man. And I think it is just about kind of, I don't know, it's a really interesting question, that one. I don't know how to answer that very like.
Yeah, I'm questioning the same. Like, I think empathy is one of the stronger points that women have. And to learn how to put empathy into business. It seems like to be controversial. And another one can be also intuition, right? We are really intuitive, much more than men sometimes. Maybe are more rational. So
that's been part of you're so right. I think I've always been a very highly empathic person. I don't know if you're into astrology, but it's also something that I've really, really loved learning about. But I'm a Pisces and a sun and a Cancer moon, which essentially is water signs. I'm very, very emotional, and you know, I can really feel deeply things, and that's where my intuition now, that because during healing and that healing process, my intuition's got stronger and stronger. And I totally agree. With us women, we have that innate power to be that intuitive person. A lot of women don't tap into it. They probably don't even realize it, but it's definitely, yeah, something that I've learned and realized that is our superpower. Like, we all have it in us. Even men do. Like, we all have, you know, these kind of gifts, but it's whether you choose to open to them and, you know,
that's
embrace
true.
them.
How do you blend like strategy with intuition?
How do I blend? Sorry, what was the question?
How do you blend strategy,
Strategy.
like more like structured strategy with intuition?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it is hard to get the balance, like, you know, and I think it comes in ebbs and flows. But I think it's just ensuring that because sometimes you can go too much into your feminine, right? And you can do a lot of the inner work and everything. But then at the end of the day, you still have a business to run. Like, you still have to get those tasks done, you know, and the more kind of boring, you know, day to day that you have to do. And I think it's all, for me, it's been habit building. It's been a process of building a habit with it and saying, this is my non-negotiables in my business. Yes, they're more the masculine side of things. And I think it is hard in the beginning because you're just not used to having to do that. But then also giving yourself time in the day, like, to step into that feminine and really kind of having those little mini rituals, you know, like before bed or in the morning. And just, I think that all stems from my self-love journey, is allocating that time. Boundaries is a massive one for me as well. Like, setting boundaries with a lot of people in my life. At first it was really awkward, but like before all of this, I boundaries was just just never happened. Like, I was always doing things for other people, you know, whatever. And so it comes with time, and it comes with the process, and it comes with, you know, the journey, and you're not going to get it right straight away. We're all humans, you know what I mean? But I think it's just ensuring that you get those more kind of boring tasks done, your non-negotiables, set those a day. But also allowing your set, even if it's just 5 minutes, you know, if you're a busy mum or whatever, just 5 minutes a day to just really tap into yourself and listen to yourself and have that time to yourself. But yeah, balancing it all, it's a journey. You know, because we're not taught that. We're not taught to do this stuff growing up. We're just taught to go, you know.
That's true. Balance, it's for sure one like topic that school should cover, like how to balance. How to balance. So going back a little bit about like your work and your mentorship, right? You also work with one-to-one with people. I think a lot of people are a little bit skeptical and scared about digital selling and digital work. You were also you at the beginning, you were a little bit skeptical, and then you started. And what would you say to people that just are interested in this work and they want to start?
First of all, I'm one of those people. I wasn't skeptical. I think in the beginning, my intuition was taking over, and I was listening to it without even realizing. I was like, this is for me. I know it is. But there are a lot of people that come, you know, online, and they are skeptical. And it is hard. It's hard for business owners like me, because you're up against people you know, there are scams out there. There are things where they're not legit. And I see it as my my duty as a mentor and for people that come to me and want to learn about what I do. And that's where the one-to-one, mentorship comes. I introduce them to what I do. I make sure they have all the tools and resources. They have all of the support that they need to make a decision if they want to do this, if they're ready to start a business, if they're ready to go into this training, if they're even interested in learning about the partner that I work with. And I think that's something I'm really proud of, because I think it's not, there's not a lot of that out there where, you come across something and, there's a lot of these courses out there, and I don't mean to like bash anyone, but I think the one-on-one mentorship and the human connection, I think, is so important. And it's something that I really, really, I'm passionate about with this, because it is risky online. And, talking to someone like a complete stranger online for a lot of people is like, what's going on? Like, what is this? And a lot of people have been scammed. And so, yeah, I make it my priority to ensure that everyone that I talk to have all of the tools and resources so they can make their own decision themselves. They feel supported, that they can talk to me at any time, like during, I call it the discovery process. I have calls available if people want to book a call with me, like my calendar is on the link in my bio. If people are, come across my page but aren't quite sure, like, get on a call with me. Like, I'm all about that human connection. I think it's really, really important. And yeah, so that's a big part of my mentorship, and just ensuring that people are supported in the process, because it is a scary thing.
Yeah.
To a lot of people.
Yeah. And what's the most rewarding transformation that you have seen, like, in someone that you mentored?
Yeah. So there's so basically, as part of my the online stuff I do as well, I've also co-founded a community with a bunch of other women called Meraki Movement. And so everyone
what's the name? Sorry.
It's called Meraki Movement.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're an online community of very ordinary people all running a business online. And, we do calls each week in a private Facebook group. So if you sign up to the training platform, and you automatically get access to my mentorship, but also this community. And I think a lot of the transformation I've seen is on Sunday mornings. I do these calls called Growth Mastery, and I really, tap into a lot of like self-development topics, and I'm really passionate about it. I love running those calls, and just seeing new people come into the community and really embrace, like, especially women, like, these calls, and they show up each week. And there's women that we've worked with in Meraki where they didn't even want to show their face online at first. They were like, oh, I'll do it, but I don't want to show my face. And it's like, okay. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, we'll work on that. Like, you know what I mean? Because they don't feel like they can at first, because that's where they are at their journey. 6 months down the line, they're there doing stories on Instagram, they're showing their face, they're doing this, doing that. And I think, yeah, it's a really wonderful community that we've created, and I'm really proud of it. We do offline meets as well. Like we did one this weekend. We all, like 11 of us, just met up, and again, that human connection, I think it's so important for people who, you're just surrounding yourself with like-minded people who all essentially want the same thing, which is freedom of choice, right? And how they live their life and build that freedom and that revenue and that income online. So I think a lot of it is like the confidence that I've seen with a lot of people. They're, timid and scared at first, but you can see it in them. That they want it. So you have to, and it takes time, and it's just, again, the mentorship. You just have to support them through the process, and yeah, it's really rewarding. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's really difficult process, because we grow up in a system that teaches us that you just go to school and then you go to the university, and when you finish the university, then you work, and you have that kind of work. And so for people that just feel inside of themselves they want to do something different, they want to break the rule, they want to find another kind of freedom, there is also a sense of guilty, maybe, to also say, I want to be different, I want to make things in a different way, and also to break that partner pattern of like 8 hours, 10 hours a day of working because I have to work it. I have to do more because I want to receive more, but I think that I have to do more to receive more.
Yeah,
Right?
100%. Yeah, I totally get you. I think the guilt thing is really, really important topic. You know, for me, like I even went through that. It's like, Meg, you've got a great job. Like you have this job with a great salary.
Yeah.
You have all of these benefits. Like, why aren't you grateful for that? And it's like it is a thing, and it's like I don't want this. Like I wanna do something for myself. I want something that's mine. So yeah, I think it's the older generation that, especially our parents' age, and you know, it's what they grew up with. It's all they've ever known, and you can't blame them for that. But I think we're in a new age now, and I think if people are feeling like, you know, we've been explaining that they feel stuck and whatever, like, you know, the world's changing, and we've got to grow and evolve with it. So yeah.
Yeah, people, they are learning how to build more online with what they feel inside
Yeah.
and not what the others say outside.
Yeah.
And that's really new. Like our parents were not
they
used
never.
to this kind of thought, right? Like for them, it's totally something new, and it takes a lot of courage just to break the pattern and to be really aligned with a sensation and intuition, something that inside of ourselves tell us do it different. Just
100%. Yeah.
change the way, go in another direction. Don't be scared. Like
Yeah.
and also, yeah, have the faith to follow a call, something. Actually, I'm really interested when you talk about astrology and you talk about like a more the spiritual world. I think it's really interesting because like it makes you as a person, right? Like how do you combine this spiritual world to business world?
Yeah.
Like spiritual vibes to more entrepreneurial vibes, how they combine together in your work?
Yeah. So the way that I run my business, it's called attraction marketing, right? So I essentially share my journey of like growth. That's because that's how I like to connect with people. You know, I'm one of these people, and it's the type of learner that I am. I have to go through experiences and everything to be able to give back. So I give back by my own lived experiences. And the beauty with the company I'm affiliated with in high ticket sales, the way that the business model is structured, and again in my training platform, it goes through all like so much in depth of how that all works. But essentially, it basically, you build a foundation with these products that you sell and like the high ticket company. What people don't realize, and something that I really want to talk about more actually, is the business model that I work with. You essentially build a foundation sustainably over time, and that foundation will generate passive income and revenue online. But it doesn't just stop there. It doesn't just stop with the sales, because that then gives you the time back to go off into the world and, you know, shine your light in any way that you want to. And that is the mission of the company, and it's the mission of my business. It's being able to have that masculine structure, have that money, because we need money in life, right? We do. Like, that's how the world's built.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have money to be able to make choices. And so having that structure and that level of structure and that business model that I can introduce people to, and I work with, and so many other people do, it allows you to create that freedom and go off. And so in turn with that, that's when because we work with automation, so it's all automated in the background. It gives you the time to then focus on yourself, get to know yourself, like grow and like share about that, and building that foundation to then go off. So for me, I'm building a very steady foundation, and by learning about all of these things, about astrology, about my spiritual side and everything, it's then going to allow me to go off into the world and like, you know, and help in my own way, however that looks like for me. And for me, that's by helping women. Like I want to go into the healing space. I want to work with energy healing. I want to train in that. And really tap into my spiritual side, like, because that's through all my healing that I've done is getting stronger and stronger. And that's my calling. I know it is. So that's how it all kind of ties together. And it's all just about sharing the journey, really, and connecting with people and helping them in your own way.
Yeah, that's great. Also because as you said, when you can work less, you can maybe live more.
I think a lot of people talk about this freedom, right? And I think it's really important to ask the question, what is freedom to you? Like, what does that actually mean? What does that look like to you? And when you ask that question, especially in the beginning, people don't know how to answer it. They're like, I don't know. What does that actually look like to me? Because they've never been asked the question, if you had all the money in the world, what would you actually do with your time? So it's really important questions. For me, freedom to me is a freedom of choice. It's being able to wake up each day and decide, today I want to help these people. This is what I want to do today. Or today I want to take the time for myself. Or today I want to do whatever. Freedom to me is about having a choice, because when you're in that corporate world, you don't have a choice on how you run your day. You have to be in the office at 9, finish at 6. That's it. Like you have to.
You don't have a choice about who you are.
Exactly.
Sometimes
you're put in the box.
Like your identity is so linked to your work and what you have to do during the day and your schedule and your time and your like. So you don't have time to explore yourself, right?
Yeah.
It is how you want to express yourself in the outside world.
Absolutely. And I think I'm finding it now, and I work with a lot of women who are still in, the corporate world. It happens. I have these conversations all of the time. They get to a point where they're just like, oh, I've got this dream, Meg. I want to write a book. I want to do this. I want to travel. I want to, even with like women that want, this again ties to my story, but there's so many women out there who want to build a family one day and they don't want to go back to work. They want to be present with their kids. That's something that's really, really fueling me. It's like, I don't want to have to worry about maternity leave, because here in the UK, it's rubbish. It's all of these things where they're like, oh, I wish I could do that. And it's like, they feel stuck in that rut. They feel like there's no way out of their situation. And my job in my business is to educate people. There is another way. Like, you can build a sustainable and safe way of making money online whilst you're still working. Build that foundation whilst you still have that job. And it will give you, it's a get out, it's an exit plan. And that's how I see it. And that's how I really want to help women understand that, like, you don't have to be backed into a corner just because you've got the safe job, you've got the safe salary, and you've got all the benefits under the world, because quite frankly, you could be doing so much more with your life if you just took a chance and just took a leap. And it's just about educating yourself, and that's where I feel my responsibility lies when it comes to like my mentorship and everything like that. So
reading about your work, I also read that you use intuitive guidance, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit what intuitive guidance is for you?
Yeah. So this is something new that I'm kind of, again, as I evolve, my business evolves, right? So, and I talk about having this structure with high ticket sales, and I've this year, because I got to a point on my healing journey, and when you heal and you really open yourself up, like my intuition and my gifts and my psychic abilities have been getting stronger and stronger and stronger, to the point where I couldn't ignore it anymore. Like, I have been pushing it down for so many years because I'm just like, because I never understood it. And I, thought it was all just, I don't know what it was. But until I actually questioned it and I spoke to, people who were in that space, they're like, Meg, you're not going crazy. Like, this is what's happening because you've done so much inner healing work. Your gifts are now coming to the surface. I also went through a traumatic time this time last year where my best friend passed away as well. And so things like that happened have really kind of strengthened it. And So this year it's kind of been tapping into that side of myself and how I can use it in my mentorship. So I've definitely been, learning about it, practicing it. With your intuition, it's like a muscle. You have to practice it each day. And it's kind of like a blend of really tapping into my intuition. I use oracle cards, and I offer readings now. It's something that I'm offering for people. Again, link in my bio. But if there's any women that come to my page that aren't necessarily ready to start a business yet, or they're not necessarily at that stage, or they're not sure if that's the journey for them, or they're just feeling a little bit stuck, then, as part of like how I can help in that way is by offering a reading and really tapping into, my psyche and how I can help them, and the messages that they probably need at that time. And again, it's just a cherry on the top to the mentorship that I already have, basically, that I'm now introducing. And it's something I'm really passionate about. It's something that I've really enjoyed, and I think it's definitely part of my path. And it's I think it's something that it's definitely going to grow and evolve over time, 100%.
Yeah, I think it's really a powerful cherry, because we always give a lot of value on what we know, what we have studied, like all the competence that we have, but sometimes intuition is stronger than everything that we learn. Like we can see through, we can really read the other people and the world aside, just using another eye. Like
100%.
And it connects us to the universe and to life and to people in a different way. I want to join. I want to link with. There is one video where the title that you put is "The Universe Really Come Through," right? So that phrase resonates a lot with me in my profile. I wrote, "Let the universe, God, universe, and life speak through you." So that resonates a lot with me. So can you talk a little bit about this concept of come through, like the universe come through you? What do you mean? What do you think? What do you believe?
So in that particular video, what I was referring to was when I wasn't looking for my business, I wasn't looking to start an online venture, but it came on my path. And I think that was the universe's way of saying, this is for you, Meg, this is your path. And my beliefs when it comes to the universe, I'm not religious or anything like that, but I think everyone's beliefs is beautiful. I think having faith in something higher is a wonderful, wonderful value to have. Whether you believe in, Jesus, God, Buddha, whatever you call it, I think for me it's a very personal thing, and I think everyone's journey is unique, and I find it, I love talking about it, but for me it's definitely got stronger. And I think looking back to when I started my business, I know 100% that the universe was aligning itself then. And I think that's what I meant when it says it comes through. And through that process of really getting to know myself and really tapping into my healing and, doing a lot of the ugly, I talk about healing all the time, and healing's not pretty. It's really ugly. It's hard work. It's I think there's a lot of people out here on social media kind of bypassing this stuff and glorifying healing, but it's not a nice place to be. But, it's so fulfilling and so rewarding, but it's definitely strengthened my faith in something greater than all of us. And I think I'm a very empathic person. Even as a kid, looking now that I've understood this part of me, looking back now, I knew it was always there, but I always never understood it. And I know, and look back now, I can always walk in a room and I'll pick up on energy instantly. I'll know exactly what's going on. And even in my life, that's kind of played a role, because I've always picked up on other people's energy and I've mistaken it for mine. So that's something that now I'm learning, it's I'm feeling this feeling, but is that someone else here, or is that me? It's just really understanding that, because that's been a process and a journey. But yeah, I think, yeah, my faith in something higher has just got stronger and stronger. And I think that's just, yeah, it's been a really, really wonderful experience. And also my friend passing as well. Like when someone's so close to you, like she was like my sister, she was 33 when she passed. And I think it makes you see life in a whole different perspective. And if that's my way of grieving, then so be it. But I know that she's in a much far better place than any of us are right now. And it makes you see life in a whole different way. And that it's not the end when you die. Like I don't believe it is the end. I think, you know, I think we are reborn and rebirthed again, and yeah, that's just something that I believe in, and I think we are all energy, you know.
Thank you for sharing the things that happen to you. It's really hard, and as always, when something so hard happens to us, it just helps us to get closer to something bigger that maybe we don't face, like in everyday life. We don't think about it, but when we have to face, it really opens our eyes and our heart, especially and our mind and our soul to take care, maybe to take care more about ourselves, about the others, and also that's why all the journey is so important. That's why every day is so important. And I want to link with like my last question. I was checking your profile and your link and looking at your work. I was a little bit stalking all your work, and I saw also you offering like a beginner's journaling guide on your profile. I love that. I'm so curious. I download it, and please talk about journaling, because for me it was so important in my process, in my healing, in my discovering myself again and again along my journey in life. So please.
Journaling, I've got chills. That's we need to. I've literally got chills over my body. Journaling has been one of the most impactful tools for me in my healing journey. It's not for everyone, I know it's not, but I do believe if you open yourself up to it, it will help everyone. And I think a lot of people get stuck, they just like overthink it, and so for me, when I started journaling, it really helped me just to compartmentalize in here. And again, this is again with my gifts, and I didn't know it at the time, but in here gets crazy. And so really tapping into like my third eye, my crown, and really just like channeling that, it helps me do that. But also getting out of here, and I'm a very creative person as well. So in here gets mumbo jumbo. I need to get it out on paper, and by visually seeing it on paper, just writing, and then seeing it on paper, it really helps me just piece together the dots and where it's all coming from. And now, like, I even read back on journal extracts, and just like it shows you how far you've come, but also like you can look back and think, oh, that's where like that came from, and that's where that came from. And so because it's been such an important part of my journey, I wanted to help other people, because so many people that come into like our community and the people that I work with online, they're like, oh, I can't get on board with journaling. I just don't know what to write. And I'm like, you just need to write, like just write whatever comes to your mind. So I put together that was off the back of a workshop I did in the community, actually, on a call. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna like create a guide for people, because I think it's so important. And I think, you know, just creating something for people just to use, and that's also something that I offer, because I think it's something really important to me and through my lived experience, and I want to share that with everyone else. So I hope it helps. If you did download it.
Sometimes it's not just whatever pass in your mind. I don't know, sometimes when I journal, then I look back in what I wrote, and I almost don't recognize what I wrote. So it was not really my mind. It was somewhere. Like it was somewhere stored in
It's a
my
release.
yeah.
It's a huge release. It's almost like when you're reading a book. Have you ever read a book and then you like read a page and then you're like, what the hell did I just read? And then you have to go back. It's almost like when you're journaling and you write and you're like, who the hell wrote that? It's like, oh, that's in me somewhere. But I'm again with my emotion, like I'm a very emotional person, and if I get all of that out on paper, I'm then able to kind of like rationalize or like just use my logical mind a bit and think, okay, if that's you know not true, that's how you're feeling, but it's not actually true, like and it's not fact, you know. Yeah, so it's been a massive part of me getting to where I am today. I journal all the time now still. I just write.
Lots of hours.
It's just like therapy. It's cathartic.
Yeah, it's true. I have a last question. I forgot before. So I noticed in your videos you use cards, like some kind of card.
Yeah.
Please tell me more about them, because they are really particular. Like they are tarot. What they are?
I work with oracle cards at the moment. I do have tarot, but I don't work with them as much.
Okay.
But oracle cards are really, really helpful when you're strengthening your intuition. So those are what I use. And those cards, so when you are practicing like, you know, your intuition and tapping into that, I use oracle cards as like a tool for me. So I will shuffle the cards, and like, so in my readings, what I'll do is like, if someone books with me, they can ask me a question if they want to. I always like a picture of someone if they feel comfortable enough to, because I'm a visual person and I like to connect with that person. So, and I'll just pull the cards and my guides, and I'll ask my guides and, you know, the universe to help me give a message that is what that person needs at that time. But I'll sit with that card and I won't just take the meaning of that card. I'll then listen to myself and listen to what comes through. But the cards are just a tool essentially to help me stay on track and just, you know, so yeah, I like doing those in my videos because you know, it just kind of gives something different for people, and whoever watches those videos might have something that they take away from that. So yeah, it's an energy exchange, isn't it?
Yeah, always. Like whatever you use, it's always from you, from something bigger than you, that pass through you. I go to others and never stop, right? So
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for this sharing. It was super nice to talk with you. It was
I loved it.
Ask you some question. I'm really curious right now to go deeper into your work and what you propose, and really hope this video can also have someone else that maybe want to get close to your work too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where people can find you actually?
Yeah, so I have a link in my bio on TikTok. There you can, I've got several things in my bio. You can book a discovery call with me for free, half an hour chat, see how I can help you, what you want to achieve, and see if we can align. I've also got a form in there. If you're not confident yet to get on a call with me, that's absolutely fine. But there's a form there you can apply to work with me, and there's some questions in there. Once you fill in that form, you will get access to free training, which is a 20-minute video. If you're not ready yet to start the entrepreneurship journey or start a business, then you can of course book a reading with me, an intuitive reading, and I can help give you guidance and everything with that. So all of that is the link in my bio, so go check it out.
Yeah, that's so great. Thank you Megan, so much.
Thank you for having me. I've literally loved this. It's been so fun. Like, it's flown by.
Yes, literally, it's just 1 hour passed by. Yes, so thank you so much. Thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's keep in contact.
Definitely.
Bye,
See you soon, guys.
See you.
Bye.